Deal surgeons, elite masterminds, what's going on? This is Diamond Life. Welcome to the psychology series. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the last podcast where I was talking about don't let them know. I'm actually outside, and if it's a little bit of background in the back noise in the background, I apologize. I'm gonna try to talk in the speaker as much as I can. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Basically I was letting you know to don't let people know what you're doing. Because in my experience and people in my group and on my team experience that people start forcing the trades, okay? So, because you have to prove to people that you're trading now, you're making money. So you got people asking you what's going on. So it's going to cause you to start forcing trades that you're not even capable of receiving yet for a win, okay? So now let's go ahead and talk into today's study, okay? Today's psychology series podcast. Now, today, I'm going to ask you to share this. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, okay? Make sure you comment. But I'm going to ask you to really share this with at least one or two people. And I'm not asking you to do this to promote me, but people really need to hear what the fuck I'm about to talk about right now. Okay, traders really need to hear what I'm talking about right now, especially new traders, especially traders who are really on the come up. Okay, so the title of this podcast right now is, how do you know that you're at the point where they can't fuck with you? Okay, how do you get yourself to the point where you know you're untouchable and you know you're unstoppable? Okay, because in the last podcast, remember I said don't tell people unless you actually know they can't touch you, right? And so people start emailing me saying, okay, well, how do I get myself to the point where I'm untouchable and I'm unstoppable? Okay, so I want to give you my 2 cents on that, since I'm basically at that point right now. And it's really a blessing that I'm at this point right now, okay? So here are some of the things that you do when you know that you're untouchable, when you know that they can't fuck with you, okay? When you really just kind of laugh at people secretly, okay? So here's the first point. Okay, so the first point is that I would say that you get off on the idea that people think you're just playing around with this trading stuff. And this is just going to be another venture that you're doing because in the past you've been known for hopping around to different opportunities, okay? And you actually know that you're committed. So this is the first clue that you know that you're unstoppable and that people can't fuck with you. Okay, so you get off on the idea that people think like, oh, this is just something that you're doing. Because remember, you used to hop around to different opportunities. You was in network marketing at one point for like a year. And then a year later, you was doing like Amazon FBA. This is in the past. So now you done told somebody that you're trading. And so you get off on the fact, when you know that you're untouchable and can't nobody stop you, can't nobody really fuck with you, you get off on the fact that these people think that you're just playing around with this shit. You get off on the fact that people think that like you really, like this is not life and death to you. Like, because remember, most people will never get themselves to the point where what they're doing is literally life and death. Most people will never get themselves to the point where they have to have this opportunity. They have to create the result. Okay, a lot of people live in, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Okay, this is what I'm noticing since I've been like this. I've been noticing that people will never get themselves to the point where they have to get the result or they're gonna die. Okay. People are scared to go there because they're scared to really depend on themselves to create the opportunity, which I understand, okay? Because I used to be like that for a long time, right? So this is some real shit right here. I got some more points for you. Keep on listening. I'm gonna try to make this not too long, okay? But I have some bullet points, okay? So the second one is you get off on the idea that people have no fucking idea who you're becoming every single day. Okay, so this kind of goes back to what I just said. Like, you get off on the fact that people poke fun at you. You get off on the fact that people are saying little things like, especially if you've been doing this for 6 months to a year, or maybe in a year and a half, or whenever you get yourself to the point where you know people can't fuck with you, okay? You get off on the fact that people start mocking you. Like, for instance, somebody sent me a text message actually today. I actually don't know who this person is. I'm trying to figure out like who it is, because I actually deleted their number. But guess what the person texted me? They said you making big money with trading now. Now they haven't actually verified that. I haven't actually said that, right, in none of my videos. I haven't said, I'm making millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands or whatever. I mean, I had one video where I said I made $1,000 in 35 minutes, which I did, but that's not big money. But basically, this person is, whoever this person is, I'm going to verify who it is. They're basically poking fun at me. But to me, I'm laughing at your dumb ass because I know I'm that motherfucker. I know nobody can fuck with me right now. I'm untouchable with this trading shit. And it's only based on the things that I'm talking about in this podcast here. Okay, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you share. Okay, so you basically get off on the fact that people, basically mocking you and poking fun at you. Okay, let's go to the next trading point. Okay, I appreciate you staying with me. I appreciate you rocking with me. The next point is when you're losing money or this is important right here. Listen to this now. Make sure you share this with somebody. When you're losing money and taking losses, but you know exactly why you lost, number one, and you know it's never going to happen again, and you constantly see that it's not happening again, meaning that you're taking new losses or lessons, not old losses and lessons. Okay, so let me break this down for you. So this is how you know you're at the point where nobody can fuck with you and that you're unstoppable, untouchable, because this is what people want to know from the last podcast. And then I think I did another one before where I keep saying that, I'm untouchable, I'm unstoppable. People are like, okay, well, how do I get myself to that point? How do I know I'm at that point? Well, I'm trying to explain this to you. So when you're losing money or taking losses, but you know exactly why you lost. So let's break that down. See, a lot of people lose, or you're losing right now, but you're not going back and figuring out why you lost. Like, you're taking a loss. If you're taking a loss right now and you just hopping on to the next trade, you fucking up. You fucking up. You can't, like ICT teaches, don't go to the next trade until you actually understood why you lost. See, this is the craziest shit. This is the craziest shit ever with trading. Like, every time I took a loss, I actually got excited that I took the loss because I know, number one, that I wouldn't take the loss again if I understood why I lost. Does that make sense? Like, for instance, I'll just say this because I have a lot of more points to get to, and I don't want to make this too long. I appreciate you listening and rocking with me. What I'm saying is, okay, like with the shadow trading thing, right? This is something that I came up with for beginners to help them, okay? It helps me out as well, but I don't use shadow trading because I understand the structure, right? But the shadow trading is for people who really don't understand the structure and kind of want to start getting some wins. So basically, I took a big loss on UJ one time before I actually figured out shadow trading, which is fairly new. But me taking that loss from UJ and going back and figure out why I lost is how I came up with the shadow trading. I came up with a real verified way to figure out which pairs move similar. It's a lot deeper than going to myfxbook.com and seeing which pairs move similar, because that shit is not accurate as a system that I have in place to actually find out which pairs move similar. It's something way more accurate than myfxbook. Because when I went to myfxbook.com and I looked at the pairs that move similar, I used those pairs for my analysis and my trades, and they fucked me up. And then when I went out there and figured out why I lost, like the universe showed me a new website that I could go to, and it showed me pairs that move so much more similar to what myfxbook showed me. Okay, so what I'm trying to tell you is that in that loss from UJ, it was a big loss. I took a lesson from that, and I learned why I took a loss, and it never will happen again. Okay, so what I'm saying is, if you're taking losses, but you're learning from those losses, or lessons, and so you never getting the same lessons. You're getting new lessons. So you're getting new losses or new things in structure that you didn't know. Okay. So that helps you get to the point where you're untouchable, okay? Let's go to the next one. Okay, so the next one is when you're being consistent on demo for weeks because you have no money to trade with, or if you do have money, it's small amounts of money, and it's constantly growing, even if it's just $5 a week or $10 a week. Or when you're no longer really blowing accounts and just breaking even or making a little bit of money because all you did was blow accounts before. So what I'm saying is, before, all you was doing was blowing accounts. You would put money in and then you would lose all the money. You would put $10 in and lose all the money. You put $100 in and lose all the money, okay? You was doing this back to back to back to back. But now you're getting to a point where you're being consistent, meaning that you're no longer blowing accounts, you're breaking even. So you put in $150, take a few trades, and then at the end of 2 weeks or a few days or whatever, you know, you're not losing, you're not blowing the account. You put $200 in, you're not blowing the account, but you know, your account is down to, you know, maybe you drew your account down to $15 and you was able to maintain that for a week or two, and then you grew it back up to, you know, maybe $100, stuff like that. So you're getting to a point where you're basically breaking even, and you're not really blowing accounts. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Like, even if you don't have money, for instance, if you don't have any money, people, you should be on demo every single day. Just because you don't have money don't mean that you can't get on demo. You know, this kind of blows my mind that people don't have money to trade with. You know, they don't have $500, $1,000 to put into account with real money, or $100, but they're not on demo constantly trading every day. I mean, I know it's fake money, but you still can practice. You still can learn lessons from that demo that you can turn to your live account when you actually get the real money. Okay, let's go to the next one. Appreciate you rocking with me. Make sure you like this. Make sure you share it. Make sure you comment below if you have a thought on what I'm saying. Okay, so the next one is, you get yourself to the point where you're living in reality divergence. Just like in the market, we have divergence, meaning that price is going down only to go up on an RSI indicator, if you use that indicator. So basically what I'm trying to say is, you're living this way. It looks like you're in the same place, that you're not going anywhere to other people. Okay, when other people look at you, it look like you're in the same place, but you know that you're staying up late at night. You know that you're putting in the work. Okay, so everything that you're putting into this will eventually work out, and then you're gonna basically end up living your best trader life. So what I mean by this, what I mean is that you're living in reality divergence right now, meaning that to other people, it look like you in the same fucking spot. It look like you ain't going nowhere. It look like trading is not working for you, but you like, I'm getting better every single day. This is what these people don't fucking know. And you constantly thinking to yourself like, yeah, I may be in the same spot it looked like. I may have the same amount of money it looked like, but motherfucker, I'm a lot better now than I was 2 months ago. Or, you know, 3 months ago, or whatever it is. So you're living in reality divergence, meaning that if you understand how divergence works with the RSI, I'm just bringing up this indicator. I don't use the RSI anymore. I'm just bringing this up because a lot of people use it. But with RSI, it shows you divergence. Price is going down on the chart, but you see on the divergence is going up. So at some point, price will eventually go up. You see bullish divergence, right? So what I'm trying to tell you, you're living in that kind of reality divergence right now, and you know it. Why? Because you're constantly winning on demo, or you're constantly winning small amounts of money, and it looked like you're in the same place to other people, but you know that you're getting better. Okay, so you're living in reality divergence, and eventually you're gonna break out of the shell and start living your best trader life, and you know this because you know that you're just gonna keep going. Okay, let's go to the next one. The next one is when you're cocky telling people that you're doing this now, because at this point it really don't matter, because based on what you know, it's inevitable for big things to happen for you. So basically, it kind of goes back to what I was saying before. Like, you know, it's people right now that don't really like you and don't really want to see you break out and be special with trading. You know, it's people really that poke fun at you about being a millionaire or being way more successful than anybody in your family. But at this point, it's to the point where you kind of cocky telling them that you're trading, or, you know, telling them what's going on, because you like, motherfucker, it's inevitable for certain things to happen for me. You know, like, it's too late. I know too much at this point, you know? And it kind of get to the point where you kind of know that, so you don't mind like telling people, like if they ask you what's going on now, you're like, yeah, everything's going good, because you don't mind telling them, because you know it's inevitable for you to be the success that you want at this point based on what you know. Okay. Yeah, so I'm looking at the next bullet point. I basically said the same thing. Basically, I'm saying that basically it's too late. Like, you know, this is the whole point of all this, is to how do you know that you're untouchable and that you're unstoppable and people can't fuck with you? It's basically you get to the point where it's inevitable. You know within your knower that it's inevitable for you to be the success that you want, because you understand how the structure works. Okay. Okay, so the next one is okay, I got 2 more bullet points. Sorry, I was writing this stuff down before I did this. So I only got 2 more. So this one and the next one, then we'll be done. Okay. Thanks for staying with me. I know it's been 14 minutes. This is important though. So right here is when you have a strong, this is important right here. Listen to this. When you have a strong sense of calm, okay, you're not worried about the things that you want in the future, okay, as much, like cars, houses, travel opportunities. You're not worried about these things because you know it's inevitable for it to happen. Just like I said before, okay? It's inevitable for it to happen because you know you're never going to stop. Think about that. You know you're never going to stop. Every single day you're working on trading. Every single day you're practicing, whether it's on demo or live money. Okay, so it's like, shit, this shit is inevitable for it to happen. These travel opportunities, the cars, the houses, it's inevitable for somebody like myself. You know, this is how you're thinking about it. And why is it inevitable? Because you're never not going to stop. I call this the until trader. You have to ask yourself, am I an until trader? What's an until trader? I'm going to keep doing this shit until it happens. I don't have a fucking date on it like, oh, well, you know, if it don't happen in 2 months, you know, I'm going to stop doing this. Or, man, you know, if it don't happen in 6 months. Like, I never thought about that, ever. Every single day, I just woke up and did the work. I just practiced. I never was like, okay, well, you know, if it don't happen in 3 months, I'm going to do something else. Or if it don't happen in 6 months. Like, no, I just woke up every day and just practiced. Because I am an until trader. You have to ask yourself, are you an until trader? And what does that mean? I'm going to keep doing this shit until it happens. We have no date on it. So if you understand that, then it's inevitable for these things to happen for you, right? So you have a strong sense of calm about, it's like with me personally, I have a strong sense, I had a strong sense of calm, and even right now I have a strong sense of calm about things happening because I'm like, shit, this shit is inevitable for a motherfucker like myself, right? And this is how you have to be thinking. Okay, so here's the last one. Okay, now here's the last one. Here's the most important one. Like this, make sure you like the video, make sure you subscribe, make sure you comment below, okay? Make sure you share this with somebody. The whole point of this podcast is to how do you get yourself to the point where you know you're untouchable, you're unstoppable, and can't nobody fuck with you, man. Like, it's a powerful feeling because you know how the markets work. Now, here's the most important point. Now, this one trumps everything that I just said. This, what I'm about to say, trumps everything that I just said. Listen, this is the most important point. When you start predicting price, not hindsight, okay? When you graduate from being a hindsight trader to live trading and really predicting the markets every single week or every single day, okay? It's when you get yourself to the point where you're predicting the market over and over again and you're winning at least 80% of the time. Okay, this is how you really get yourself to the point where you know you're unstoppable and untouchable because you understand how the structure works. Listen, if you're not out there predicting price, man, ICT, I don't know who the fuck you learn from, but I learned from ICT. He teaches us that we're absolutely predicting price. The fuck you talking about? Because some people say you can't predict price, you should react to price, man. We have to predict price. You have to be predicting price. Like ICT he talk about this a lot on his videos. He's like, what the fuck are these people talking about? You absolutely have to be predicting price if you're trading. The fuck are these people mean? Like you got to react to price. He said people that react to price, and I believe this too now, these are more of like the retail trading people who use indicators and all that to get their wins, you know? And so you really to me, I got to the point where I was unstoppable, untouchable because I started predicting price. Go back and watch my videos. Go back to the before and after. Go to the YouTube playlist and click on my before and after trades. Now, I'll be honest with you, it's scary to do this. I'll be honest with you, it's scary to predict price because you can look stupid if you're wrong. But you have to be willing to me, it actually made me a better trader because I had to look at the structure very, very closely. I had to really back test because I knew that I wanted to predict price and I didn't want to look stupid. And over 80% of my predictions, it's probably higher than that, has won every time I predicted price. Okay, so this is how you really get yourself to a point where can't nobody touch you or you're unfuckwittable, okay? Like Jessica Lane said when I first started trading. I started watching her videos and she was like, I didn't watch her videos to learn the structure. Well, I actually did learn structure from her, but I really watched her videos for more, in other people's videos, for more of a mindset, you know, psychology, because I learned from ICT, but I still have other traders that I learned from psychology-wise, even though I did learn some structure things from Bessie on Fibonacci for sure. So that's how you really get yourself to the point where you're unstoppable and you're unfuckwittable, man. When you start predicting price, predicting the structure, and telling people publicly, like, hey, man, it's going to go here. And then it goes there. Like, this helps you with the structure because you have to study and you have to train at a way deeper level because you don't want to look stupid, right? And you want to, and not only that, you want to know that you can actually do this, okay? The last time I took a signal from somebody was probably in February 2022, and I got started with this shit in August 2021. I actually didn't know I could predict the structure at the time, and I actually predicted it was going up, even though I didn't know what I was really doing at the time. And then somebody that I watched online, like these quote-unquote people who kind of know what they're talking about, they told me that price was going down. So at the time I was like, well, they probably know more than me because I just started with this stuff. And then I actually went short and price went all the way up like I predicted, but I wasn't sure. And then I went short and lost my whole account at the time. And then I was so pissed off on myself and I said, never again, man. Never again. I'm going to live and die on my own sword. And that's how you should be. Live and die on your own predictions. You have to learn how to depend on yourself, man. People out here taking indicators, using indicators, and worse, people out here depending on other people to predict price for them. Yes, it takes a lot of work to be able to predict the structure. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of study. It takes a lot of thought, deep thought. But to me, my family deserved it, man. My family deserved it, you know. My future life deserved it. So this is Diamond Life, man. I didn't mean for this call to be this long, man. I just thought it was really important to talk to you about how to get yourself to the point where you're unstoppable and untouchable, unfuckwittable. Can't nobody fuck with you. This is how I feel right now. This is what I know. I know based off of what I see constantly every single week. I'm predicting a structure live in front of people, willing to look stupid, but I'm like, and it helps me with my psychology. It helps me to know, like, okay, I see prices going down right now, but I'm going to hold to it. I'm not going to take the video down. I'm going to, leave it up. And then I love when structure goes exactly where I say it's going to go. And then I do the review video of the before and after. And then it's just a great feeling because that's where your security is. Your security is in yourself. Your security is in your own analysis. So this is Diamond Life. I appreciate you guys listening, man. Make sure you share this with somebody. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. This is Psychology Series. Thank you for allowing me to be able to do this. And thank you for listening. Just remember that you're a champion because you choose to be. All right, be great.